The markets, the benchmarks closed higher, but you could argue that this was a day of recovery because it was a really good show by the markets intraday. I mean, we had a low point somewhere in the middle of the day, but I think we closed in near about the highs of the day. Nothing great. VIX is still higher, by the way, and therefore you got to keep that in mind. So while we've closed at the high point of the day, VIX is still higher and 11% higher. So some people would argue that this is a sucker's rally, but let's wait and watch. There are already a lot of shorts in the system. If indeed they start to scramble, then you might have a completely different kind of setting for the rest of the week. Remember, it's a long week of trade. But we did well. Let's get the heat map up on the screen. Banks led the way, but a lot of other sectors like pharma was active because you had stocks like Cipla, you had stocks like Divi's, you had stocks like Aurobindo trading in the green. There was strength in the Adani twins. Two of the top five are the Adani duo of enterprises and ports. Asian Paints has had a really good run in the recent past, about 4% higher for that one as well. And save for a Tata Motors which sulked big time, and maybe some PSUs, 5 PSUs like BPCL, Coal India, SBI, ONGC in the red. Not too much else was really very, very weak. So that was one good part. Then you look at the broader markets and BSE 500 and a lot of result reactions today. To be seen. I'll start off with the losing side on the BSE 500. That list will come up on your screen and you will see, for example, Bank of India correcting, Tata Motors, of course, a part of that. TCI, never mind the Jeffries note of a potential 65% upside, but they've cut the earnings estimates. Not the best of results, down about 6.5%. So that one corrected a little bit. And on the gaining side, the star of the trading day today has to be ABB. For such an expensive stock, to have a 12% gain means the result needed something special, and that 49% EBITDA beat according to Jeffrey's note was something special. I think it showed in the way Siemens reacted in the session today as well, a bit of collateral impact coming in on Siemens. On the positive side, I might add, UPL, very strong show by agrochemical company. Sharda Cropchem, remember, was doing very well. UPL about 7% higher. Dr. Lal PathLabs about 6% higher. Again, results based, so that was doing very well. And there were a few numbers which did really well. Or came out with numbers and stood out, the likes of UPL, the likes of Zomato and a few others, which should be mentioned by virtue of the kind of intraday movement that they showed. UPL, of course, 7.5% higher in trade, and Zomato, this 2% downtick belies the kind of volatility that came in the last half an hour of the results. So net, not a bad trading day. Let's see what tomorrow has in store.